So, this is scary. I thought I'd come and walk the dogs in the park, and it's really dark. I usually walk them in the safety of the day. There's lots of people around, but time got away from me today, and we're here in Erland Park in the dark, and it is really creepy. There's like a couple of lights back there, but we're venturing into the gloom. There's a river around here somewhere as well, so if I suddenly disappear, then that'll be why. So yeah, anyway, I just thought I'd say hi. I haven't done a video for ages, and oh, sorry, I thought I just heard something. Yeah, so I thought I'd just say hi and let you know that I'm still here. I don't know if you can even see the dogs. Who's that? Who's that? Yeah, well, there is a dog there, I promise you. I don't know where the other one is. He's probably as lost as I am. Yeah, there's a really cool mist over the fields as well, over the park. It's incredibly creepy. I wish my camera was a little bit better at picking it up. It's quite an old park, I think. There's some great big trees, great big oak trees, and this kind of really, really creepy mist. I keep expecting to see like a ghostly figure in white drifting across the... Oh, don't tell you that, don't say that. I did this once before, actually, a couple of months ago, and I had to stop because I just managed to scare myself silly. But it's an interesting kind of way of... God, this fog is really thick, actually. Oh, this is so creepy. Yeah, it's an interesting way of immersing yourself in stories. I like, obviously I write horror, and I don't know, if you forget what it's like to be afraid, then I don't know, I don't think you can write a horror as effectively as, as if you know what it's like to cack your pants every time you walk through the park in the night. I'm quite easily scared, actually. I remember when we were kids, we used to live out in the countryside, and we used to go out all the time into kind of, oh God, dog's doing a poo, hang on, let me hold that thought. That's a scary thought, walking through the park in the dark, in the fog, not knowing where your dog has pooed. Hang on. So yeah, when we were kids, we used to live out in the countryside, and there was, you see the moon up there, and we did used to kind of stay out quite late at night. Oh God, where are you, poo? In the mist and in the gloom, and I still vividly remember that feeling of that anything could be out there. And I think I've said before, that is the kind of crux of horror, that is the real heart of horror, is that I think I got it, that might have been a twig, I don't know, it might have been a hedgehog, whatever it is, it's in a bag. So anyway, yeah, so that feeling that anything can happen, and I think you do lose that when you're kind of just going about your day-to-day life. You do lose that sense that anything is possible, anything is real. And I think when you kind of set out into the park, or anywhere really, into a wilderness, in the fog, when you lose sight of the path that you took to get here, I don't know, you get it back. You get that real sense of peril, and that real sense of the unknown, like anything could be out there. I wish you could see this. It's incredibly beautiful. I'll try and take some pictures after I film the video if I've got enough battery. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, I think it's a good way of kind of getting inside any story, really. It's just remembering what it's like to be afraid, remembering what it's like to be like a child or a teenager, and walking, and suddenly finding yourself in a situation that maybe you didn't prepare for. Oh God, is that someone over there? Or is it a bin? Oh my, this is really scary. I'm not going to go far today, I'm too much of a wimp. There's a really weird light, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, it's totally aliens, can you see that? Okay, I'm officially bricking it. When I was younger, when I kind of started writing horror stories when I was a teenager, that better be a bin. I hope that is a bin. I used to deliberately go out and scare myself. Like I said, when we lived in the countryside, I used to go for walks at night, and it was pitch black. There was no street lights, anything like that. Yeah, and I used to absolutely scare myself silly. But remembering, and then I should take those experiences back, and yeah, use them in the stories. I'd kind of conjure up worlds, based on those experiences in the woods and based on those experiences walking down the lanes in the night and just thinking what could be out there. And yeah, so I still like to do it every now and again. This is the river. If you hear a splash, then that's me. Oh, that was so creepy. I honestly thought that was a person there. But God, that light is freaking me out. Whoa. Okay, this is definitely extraterrestrial. Well, if I die, it's been nice knowing you. Come on, Pugs. Oh, there's just two guys on their bikes. Oh, I'm kind of disappointed. Because I think that's the other thing about writing horror is secretly, deep down, you really want to see something supernatural. You want to be walking through the park and you want to come face to face with a ghost, or you want to be abducted by aliens, or you want to just see a monster slipping into the dark waters of the river. And it never is. But I guess that's why we write scary stories, because we make those fantasies come true in a way. Anyway, I am waffling and I am terrified and I have no idea where the pugs are. So I'll probably end this talk here. But for those of you that are writers and you are interested in kind of, I don't know, improving the emotional depth of your stories, I always say getting inside your characters' heads is an incredibly important part of the writing process. So yeah, if you are writing horror, then do it. Go out into the world at night, go somewhere you've never been before, go, wow, this is amazing, this fog. Rubbish camera. Go out into that, and do the things that scare you, as long as it's not dangerous. But go out and do the things that scare you. Go out and scare yourself silly, and then carry that experience, carry that emotion back into your stories. And I promise you, it does work. I'm going to go home and write a story about 37-year-old author who gets terrified in the park. Anyway, yeah, I think there are people over there. I don't know, they might be monsters. But yeah, this is Alexander Gordon-Smith signing out, and I'll see you all soon. Happy Halloween if I don't speak to you beforehand. Bye.